Okay, so I am sharing now the presentation. Can you see the presentation already?
Yes, sir.
Not yet.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
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 Yes, sir. Nakikita po.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
Ay, nawala.
Wala man.
Nag-mute si sir.
Nag-istorya pa na si Xiao.
Gaga.
Nawara.
Wash out.
Sino ito nagmuda kanina?
Hello
Minus
guys,
10 to
dili po kita
Si
magparano
May
kay recorded
Rivera.
po ini siya sa YouTube.
may nagmuda. Hello guys, welcome to my vlog. Allen
Diles,
Calvo.
puyo.
Sige, tinag-
Karibok ni May.
Uy, Iman.
Kuya lang po kita kay naka-record pa din.
Uy, naka-record pa ba ka naman?
Hello, I am recording already, ha? So please turn off now your audio so that we could start now. Okay. Okay, can you see the presentation now, my dear students?
Yes,
Yes,
po,
Yes, sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So
Yes, sir.
our topic this evening
Yes,
is
sir.
all about
Yes, sir.
okay.
Teachers in the
Our
community, culture, and
okay. So
organization.
this is a continuation of our last topic, which is all about the teacher and the community, the school culture, and the organization. So this is the nitty-gritty again of our subject, of the description of your subject that you are enrolled in. Okay. So the teacher and the community, school culture, and the organization. Oh my God. Dali lang at naghahang. Okay. So there is the first slide is all about the description of a teacher. So according to the slide, a teacher is the confidant of students. Confidante to students. So ibig sabihin, so the teacher should be close to his or her students or pupils. Okay. And then judge of achievement, because the teacher is the one recording the progress of the student or the pupils, When we say pupils, so these are the learners in the elementary. And when we say students, they are the learners in the secondary, in the junior high school and in the senior high school. Okay, third, the teacher. A teacher is an organizer of the curriculum because the teacher innovates the curriculum that is cascaded from the central office to the school's division. So organizer of the curriculum, he or she organizes the curriculum. And what is all about curriculum? The curriculum is the totality of all the things happened inside and outside of the classroom. Okay. So yan ang ibig sabihin ng curriculum. Kung ano yung itinuturo ni teacher inside and outside the classroom, yun ang curriculum. And then when we say bureaucrat, so the teacher is a bureaucrat. When we say a bureaucrat, he or she is the manager of the classroom. The scholar and research specialist, of course. A teacher is being sent to various trainings, and then he or she is being mandated by the higher authorities to conduct a research. And then a member of teachers organization, it is a must to have a teachers organization in the school. Okay. Surrogate of middle class morality. So ibig sabihin, a teacher is the second parent of his or her students or pupils. Expert in some area of knowledge or skills. Because you cannot teach without any skills. You cannot teach without an expertise in some of the areas. Okay. Community leader, of course, a teacher is the enabler. A teacher is the assigned enabler of in the community. Halimbawa, purok advisor, purok enabler or enabler. Community leader, because a teacher is not only serving the school where he or she is assigned, but also in the community where the school is situated. Agent of social change. When we say social change, that is the culture of the community or culture of his or her studentry. Okay. Agent of social change. Halimbawa, mayroong kultura sa isang komunidad na what is this? Nakatira halimbawa sa isang island, pagkatapos ang mga estudyante ay nagsisipagwalaan kapag ka mayroong dumadaong na fishing boat. Okay. So yun, i-change yun ni teacher. Naging kultura na yun sapagkat ang mga bata, ang mga kabataan sa komunidad na yan ay tumutulong sa paghahanap buhay ng kanilang mga magulang. The functions and roles of teacher, it is expressed here that broadly speaking, according to the slide, the function of teachers is to help. The primary function of teachers is to help students learn by imparting knowledge to them and by setting up a situation in which students can and will learn effectively. But teachers feel a complex set of roles which vary from one society to another and from one educational level to another. Okay. Some of these roles are performed in the school and some are in the community. Okay. Another, the role of a teacher in curricular design. So when we say curricular design, it's all about the curriculum because a teacher is allowed to innovate the curriculum. A teacher now is allowed to contextualize a curriculum because a curriculum is designed for general, kumbaga generic si curriculum. So hindi ito contextualize. So kino-contextualize, nire-redesign ng mga schools according to the needs of their studentry. The family, the government, the church or religious authority, and the economic or business industrial authority all have an interest in the development of children and the youth. Okay, so it cannot be done alone in the school. That the developmental status of the studentry cannot cannot will not be realized, I mean, in the school only, but rather the partnership is a must. So family, the government, the church, the religious authority, and the economic or business industrial authority, all in one, they could collab, they could collab for the development of the children in that community. In many societies, they employ teachers to do the work of education, of course, and they work out with the teacher an understanding of what the teacher is expected to do. The more professional the teacher is, the more autonomy he or she demands and is given to teach within the concept of understanding and mutually accepted goals and method. Okay. So education, nakasentro lang doon ang ang pagde-develop natin sa ating mga kabataan. Okay. So, elementary school teachers. An elementary school teacher, of course, according to the slide, must teach the basic skills, the reading, writing, and arithmetic. Okay. So, yun lamang ang basic skills in the elementary that we must teach. How to read, how to write, and how to do mathematics. Okay. So, we are teaching here the basic reading, the basic writing, and the basic numeracy skills. When we say numeracy, that pertains to numbers, and that is mathematics. Learning to read, learning to write, and learning to count. So yun lamang ang basic skills na ating ituturo sa elementary, lalong-lalo na sa K to 3, kindergarten to grade 3. So pagdating sa grade 4 to grade 6, enhancing of these basic skills, enhancement of these basic skills. So medyo malalim na pagdating sa grade 4, grade 5 at grade 6. But the foundation is to teach them the basic skills in reading, writing, and arithmetic. When we say arithmetic, it pertains to the numeracy skills of the children. Beyond this, they must teach facts and attitudes favorable to the nation or the church or any other institution supporting the school. In national and state systems of education, the legislature generally requires that certain subjects be taught so as to improve the citizenship or the morality or the health of the students. That's why we have the Araling Panlipunan for the enhancement of the citizenship or the morality of our students, health of the students. We have the MAPE, the music, arts, PE, and health. So health is incorporated in MAPE. Okay. Another, many systems, for instance, require secondary schools to teach about the pitfalls of alcohol, drugs, and tobacco. So there are lessons in science that this alcohol, drugs, and tobacco, avoidance of alcohol, drugs, and tobacco are being taught. A growing number of nations require teaching in favor of conservation of natural resources, ayan na, and protection of the physical environment against air and water pollution. That's why at the 3rd grade, science is being taught. Okay? So, may kamalayan na. Pagdating ng 3 baitang, may kamalayan na ang ating mga mag-aaral sa kanyang kapaligiran na kung saan siya nakatira. Halimbawa, sa community niya, coastal area. Okay. So, itinuturo ang tamang pangingisda. Diba? Yung what we call, ang tawag doon? Yung ating tinatawag na dynamite fishing. Ayan. Yung mga troll fishing. So those are illegal. So itinuturo yan sa kabataan. In terms of the professional responsibility of teachers for what they teach, there is a major distinction between the university and the elementary and the secondary school systems. So mayroong distinction between the university, the elementary and secondary school system. When we say university, karamihan kasi dyan ay mga private institution. So mayroon silang sariling curriculum, but their curriculum is anchored to the K-12 curriculum of the Department of Education. So ang elementary, different. Ang secondary, medyo malalim na, medyo deeper na ang mga itinuturo doon. At the level of higher education, so kayo na yon, yung mga college, teachers have the power and the responsibility of defining the curriculum, its contents, and its methods. This is the essence of academic freedom in higher education. So that's why the learning institution has the right to add some subjects or learning areas that you are going to have, that you are going to study. Halimbawa, sa Liceo, mayroon kayong theology. Sa Osmeña, wala. So, mayroong freedom kasi ang mga institution na maaaring gawin sa curriculum. The school administration consisting of the superintendent, so yun na yun yung superintendency. When we say superintendency, this is not the school superintendent only, but rather also the assistant superintendent. So sila na yung pinakamataas na posisyon sa isang school's division. Okay. So the school superintendent and the assistant schools superintendent. The school directors are common to the private schools. Inspectors and curriculum specialists. Our curriculum specialists are assigned in the central office of the Department of Education. It has effective power over the curriculum and brings the classroom teacher into the process as much or as little as it chooses. With the growth of teachers, unions, and organizations, however, it appears that collective action by teachers is tending to increase the effective autonomy of the classroom teacher. When we say autonomy, independence. Okay? So, yun. Administrative and legislative prescriptions for the school curriculum are generally resisted in principle by the teaching profession. The profession presumes itself better able to decide what to teach and how to teach it. So that's why we are organizing a training, various trainings for the teachers in the field. Because during the training, during the conduct of those trainings, they are being taught on how to teach and how to deal with the subjects that they are assigned to teach. So yun ang purpose. Capacity building ang tawag doon. The doctrine of in loco parentis. Okay, when minor children are entrusted by parents to a school, the parents delegate to the school certain responsibilities for their children, and the school has certain liabilities. In effect, the school and the teachers take some of the responsibility and some of the authority of the parents. Ayun na. So when we say loco parentis, second parents. Okay. So that's the doctrine. When the parents are sending their children to school, so the responsibility in the safety of the school children are in the hands of the school administrator and the teachers. Kung kaya nagapurdyos ang mga maestra kung naga-escape ang estudyante kay kung anon mangyari sa sindan babasulon. Why? Kasi the parents sent their children to school. Okay. So that's the doctrine of the loco parentis. Because we are the second parents of these children. So pag pinapasok na ng parents ang kanilang mga anak sa eskwelahan, so it is now the responsibility of the school administrator, the principal, and the teachers of the security and safety of the school of the children. This is spelled, the exact extent and nature of this responsibility and power vary from one society to another and from one school system to another. This is spelled out to some extent in the law, but much of it is determined by local custom and practice. Okay. May nagwi-wish pa na maka-join. Okay, admit na muna natin. Okay, what is teacher leadership? Throughout their often diverse careers, most teachers maintain many leadership roles. Some are among students, while others influence fellow educators and the community in recent years. Though teacher leadership has become a more distinct role that educators must fill. Okay. The Center for Comprehensive School Reform and Improvement defined teacher leadership as the process by which teachers individually or collectively influence their colleagues, principals, and other members of the school communities to improve teaching and learning practices with the aim of increased student learning and achievement. Okay, so teacher leadership. So it is a process, according to the definition. It is a process to influence their colleagues, not only the students, but also their colleagues, the principals, and the other members of the school communities. So particularly the parents. Teacher leaders step outside the classroom to bring their expertise to a larger platform, influencing educational culture, practice, and growth in their communities. That's why hindi nawawala sa culture natin, sa mga teachers, na pumunta sa mga bahay-bahay ng ating mga estudyante kung mayroong hindi magandang gawa, kahit na may mabuting gawa si estudyante. So, kinakailangan na ma-manage natin ang ating mga sarili na magbahay-bahay or to do the home visitation. Okay. A teacher leader does not always have authority over peers. In fact, it may be better if they don't. The Center for Comprehensive School Reform stated that the appointment of a teacher leader, an administrator without teacher input, uncertainty about teacher leader versus principal domains of leadership, and inadequate communication and feedback among teacher leaders, principal, and staff can all contribute to conflict. So kung kaya meron tayong comprehensive school reform, sapagkat dapat ay hindi magkaroon ng conflict ang mga teachers at saka yung kanyang school principal. Okay? So yan ang essence ditong teacher leadership. Kung kaya dapat ay mayroong organization ang mga teachers sa loob ng eskwelahan. Teacher leadership is at its best when the leadership is organic. The teacher leader is respected but not feared, and they collaborate and nurture instead of enforcing. Okay, so a teacher leader, if you are the president of the organization, you are being respected but not feared. Hindi dapat kinatatakutan. Okay, and then you have the teachers must collaborate and nurture themselves instead of enforcing. Halimbawa, si teacher leader, magko-collab sa kanyang mga members to nurture themselves. Mag-uusap-usap kung ano ang the best na strategies na kanilang i-adapt in order for the students to learn easily. Instead of enforcing some policies against the administration. Standards and definitions of teacher leaders differ from state to state, with degree programs and certification programs using different names to describe this unique and vital role. The Education Professional Standard Board has these standards. First, to foster collaborative culture. Ayan. So nagkakaisa, nagsishare ang bawat isa. Use research to improve practice and student learning. So wag ba kontento sa kung ano yung dapat ninyong gawin, yung spoon feeding, kung hindi, dapat ay alamin kung ano talaga ang ugat ng problema. So you are going to conduct a research. Promote professional learning. So when we say professional learning, that is for your professional growth. Halimbawa, enrollment or attendance to graduate studies. Isa yan. Attendance to some or various trainings. Facilitate improvements in instruction and student learning. Promote the use of assessments and data. Ayun. Assessment ng mga estudyante ninyo. data gathering, data mining, and then data encoding. Improve outreach and collaboration with families and the community. Ayun. So you are going to conduct community outreach program so that you could help also the parents in the community to have a livelihood. Kung halimbawa, na-assign ka sa isang community na karamihan ay mga mahihirap. Okay. So it is our moral obligation for them to help them. Improve outreach, advocate for student learning and the profession. Teacher leaders have a huge role to fill in our schools and community that leaves a lot of responsibilities open to interpretation. So what is the importance of teacher leadership? While teachers have always taken an informal leadership roles in their schools and communities, now it's more important than ever that teacher leadership is defined and encouraged. Okay, the Association for Supervision and Curriculum Development said that the role of schools is changing. Number one, both as an institution and also in the value they bring to and provide for society. No longer merely the stepping stones to a job or a trade. Schools act as important institutions that help grow and develop our youth as citizens and as engaged members of society. So yun lang naman. The primary role of schools is to help grow and develop our youth or our children as a responsible and engaged members of the society. A job this big requires leaders both inside and outside of the classroom to guide, to encourage, to advocate, and inform. While every teacher can lead and influence, a defined framework for that means helps teacher leaders succeed. This important role. This important role requires support and buy-in from other educators. Okay, so the definition of a school is composed of teachers. Of course, we cannot tell that place a school if teachers are absent. A school has administrator, principal. A school has students or learners or pupils, and then the staff, the non-teaching staff, and other stakeholders united in one purpose and guided by common values and culture. Because as a community, a school is guided with the following essential elements. And what are these elements? Vision. Okay. So when we say vision, it is a sense of direction of what the school hopes to accomplish for itself, for the people, and for the society. So tingnan ninyo, excuse me, for the people, para sa mga tao, at para sa komunidad. Values, ayun na. So kailangan pa din natin ito. We have to live by these values. Values provides a framework for organizational culture and behavior of the entire school. The leadership provides administrative and management support for the day-to-day activities and functions of the school. Culture pertains to shared values and behaviors of students, teachers, staff, and administration. That is why our department, the Department of Education, is always guided by one common vision and one common mission and the core values. So may core values tayo. Ano yun? Makatao, makadiyos, makakalikasan, at
makabansa.
So yun ang ating core values ng Department of Education. Okay?
Makabansa.
Yun. So ang vision is, sinong may alam ng vision ng Department of Education? Ay, mabuti pa ibibigay kong test yan sa inyo at saka yung mission ng Department of Education. Okay. The school as an organization, schools has its own system of governance. Okay. Mayroon siyang sariling pamamalakad ang school. So, sino nagpapalakad ng school? Sino ang namumuno sa isang eskwelahan? Somebody. Anyone?
superintendent.
The principal po.
School. The
Principal.
principal. Okay. So, or the school
The
head.
principal.
The
School head.
principal or the school head is,
Principal, sir.
opo, is
Principal.
the administrator of the school, the manager of the school. Who is the manager of the classroom? Yes, daw.
Teacher po.
Teacher.
Teacher.
So, teachers are
Teachers.
classroom managers. Okay.
Teacher.
A school has its own system of governance influenced by a fixed organizational structure or bureaucracy. In basic education, the Department of Education determines the bureaucratic structure of schools from national, regional, division, district, and the local school level. At the national level, the DepEd Secretary acts as the head of the whole bureaucracy, supported by undersecretaries and assistant secretaries. Okay. So that's the Department of Education. It is a bureaucracy because if it is not a bureaucracy, it would be hard for the Department of Education to reach easily the field. At ano yung field na sinasabi ko? Yan yung mga eskwelahan natin. Kung kaya, pag sinabing bureaucracy, galing sa central office ng DepEd, ikakaskade yan sa regional office, papunta sa schools division office, papunta naman sa district office, at saka doon sa mga local schools. Okay. The Department of Education Secretary is being helped and supported by the undersecretaries and the assistant secretaries. So doon yan sa central office. Okay. Pagdating naman sa regional office, ang tawag dyan ay directorate. Directorate. Binubuo ng regional director at saka ng assistant regional director at ang mga regional section chiefs. Okay. Tapos pagdating sa schools division, ang namumuno dyan ay ang superintendent. Pagkatapos, ang assistant schools division superintendent. Pagkatapos yung mga division chiefs ng curriculum implementation division at saka ng school governance and operations division papunta sa mga district offices na kung saan ang mga namumuno naman ay ang ating mga public schools district supervisors at saka pa lamang pupunta or dadako doon sa mga local schools na kung saan ang ating mga local schools ay pinamumunuan ng teacher in charge, halimbawa, head teacher, or a principal. Kasi hindi naman sa lahat ng schools ang namamahala ay mga full-fledged principals, but rather, mga teacher in charge at mga head teachers. So yun, kaya tinawag na bureaucracy ang ating Department of Education. The school as a learning organization, the school, the main function of which is to help learners learn and develop knowledge, skills, and values essential for every individual. So that is our one common mission, to help our students, our learners, our pupils to learn the concepts and then develop them so that they could enhance more their acquired knowledge, skills, and values, which are very essential in the development of the child. Okay. Bakit kailangan ng values? Sapagkat tinuturuan sila kung papaano gamitin ng maayos at mabuti yung mga natutunan nilang concepts at saka skills. Kasi magiging kawawa ang community kapag walang modo ang ating mga estudyante. So it is our responsibility, teachers, to develop them holistically so that they could compete not only in the whole country, but rather globally. Okay. So its main function is to implement the curriculum prescribed by the Department of Education. So what is meant by curriculum? Sinabi ko na kanina that this is the totality. Sa simple understanding lang ng curriculum, this is the totality of what is happening inside the classroom and of course outside the classroom. Okay, kung ano yung itinuturo ni teacher sa mga estudyante, yun ang curriculum. Kung ano yung mga pinanggagawa niya, yun ay saklaw ng curriculum. Kung kaya meron tayong mga principals na tumitingin sa ating mga teachers. Kung kaya ang ating mga teachers ay minsan hindi sang-ayon sa mga patakaran ni principal, kung kaya nagkakaroon ng faction ang mga teachers sa loob ng eskwelahan. Pero advice ko lang sa inyo, mga future teachers ng ating lipunan, that you have to follow what is being or what are being sanctioned by your school principal, because walang principal na gustong ma-down ang kanyang nasasakupang eskwelahan. Nagagalit lamang ang ibang mga teachers sapagkat alam naman natin na ang mga teachers ay preoccupied na sa loob pa lamang ng bahay, walang trabaho ang asawa, lalaking asawa, kung kaya sabi nga, sinasabihan, ang teacher daw, I'm proud to be a teacher, my husband depends on me, yun. Sasabihin naman kung lalaki si teacher, walang trabaho ang misis, sunod ng sunod si misis kay mister, nai-insecure or nagsiselos. So yan. Kaya kung kaya medyo preoccupied na si teacher dahil sa bahay pa lamang ay punong-puno na siya ng problema, kaya hindi na niya nagagawa ang kanyang mga obligasyon sa paaralan. Kaya meron tayong principal na tumitingin sa mga ganon. So dapat alam na ninyo yan na wag isasali ang problema sa bahay pagdating sa inyong workplace o sa inyong school. Guided by the different principles and theories of teaching and learning, the school carries this function by helping, by helping mold the minds and character of students. So yun ang ating pinaka-mission. We are molding the minds of our students. We are not corrupting their minds. When we say corrupting, ini-influence natin sa masasama. Okay. So, pardon me for saying this, may mga teachers tayo na members, halimbawa, ng Alliance of Concerned Teachers o kung ano pa man yan, na sinasabi na frontline daw ng mga NPA, so tinuturuan kung paano maging makabayan, quote-unquote, ang ating mga estudyante. So, dapat hindi natin sila kinukurap ng ang kanilang mga kaisipan sapagkat mga mura pa ang kanilang mga isipan. So, dapat minomold natin sila for them to be able to become a responsible citizens of our country. Students in school, with the help of teachers, developed much knowledge and skills. So, sino ang developer ng knowledge and skills? Si teacher. Kung kaya, the role of a teacher is very vital, very important in the development and in the development of the minds and character of our students. Okay? So yun ang ang ating misyon sa ating mga kabataan. School as a community, school is composed of teachers, administrator, students, staff, and other stakeholders united in one purpose and guided by common values and culture. Okay, kung kaya nagkakaisa ang lahat, ang mga magulang, ang administrasyon ng paaralan sapagkat guided sila by common values and school culture. Okay. So, yun. So, ang school ay isa ding komunidad na kung saan ang mga miyembro or kasapi dito, ang kabilang dito ay ang mga magulang, ang mga guro, ang mga mag-aaral, at ang iba pang mga stakeholders. When you say stakeholders, these are the members of the school, kumbaga, of the school community. Yun yung mga tao na nakatira sa komunidad na kung saan structure yung school. Naintindihan? Okay. So that's
Yes,
the
sir.
end of our
Yes,
the end
sir.
of our discussion. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I hope you have learned what we have discussed this evening. So ito yung ating last na ating discussion sa midterm, kung kaya dito ko kukunin karamihan ang inyong ang test natin sa midterm. Dali lang kasi may nahulog. Okay. So next week, early next week, I will be sending your your midterm exams through our group chat, and you are going to send your responses or your answers to the email address that I am going to send also in the group chat. Again, if you are living in the city or the municipality
Yes, sir.
near the city, you could submit your test papers or your answer sheets to me personally. Pwede din ninyong i-submit sa City DepEd office sa may airport. Tawag sana, ano ba sa Tagalog? Iwan nyo lang sa guard, sabihin nyo lang sa guard na para kay Sir Arvin ang inyong daladalang document. Okay? So I hope it's
Sir,
clear to
mapangayos
you.
ako, sir, sa name.
O,
Yes, sir.
ano yung sinasabi na mga
Pangayos po ako, sir,
ano?
sa email address, sir.
Hindi
Email address po.
hindi nakinig ang aking mahal na estudyanteng ito. Sabi ko, I am going to send the email address in which you are going to use in sending back to me your answers. Hindi pa sa ngayon kasi mag-create pa ako. Mag-create pa ako ng email address especially for this class only. Okay? Kasi kung doon kayo sa email address ko na ginagamit, so
Yes, sir.
magiging cluttered na ang aking email.
Yes po,
Which I
sir.
am using also in my work or in my job.
Sige po, sir.
Sir, can I ask you YouTube channel?
Po?
Can I ask you YouTube channel po?
Hindi clear ang audio mo, Angel May.
Can I
YouTube
ask
channel mo
you
daw po, sir.
po?
Di ba meron na akong ibinigay sa inyo na link para naman makaano kayo access doon sa YouTube channel? Di ba binigay ko na?
Gwapo.
Oh, so yun.
Opo, sir.
Yes po, sir.
Na namon, sir.
Opo, mag-subscribe kayo doon. Hindi naman ako
Subscribe
sana
na po namin,
nagpapadami
sir.
ng subscriber for monetization purposes. Kung hindi,
Okay.
ito ay tulong ko lamang sa inyo para maka-access kayo
Opo,
doon
sir.
sa ating mga past lessons. Kagaya nito, recorded ito.
Yes, sir.
Ililipat ko doon sa YouTube channel nang sa ganon ay ma-review ninyo ang lesson na yan. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So, do you have any questions?
Sir,
Sir, ako po, sir, may question.
Okay, so go ahead.
And then, sir, isabay ko po, sir, itong list po, sir, sa list. List po, sir, sa ano, and then, attendance po, sir.
Opo. Sandali lang, Lucille, ha. Yung mga attendance checker natin or in charge for the attendance, you are going to submit that after the finals na lang. Diyan na muna yan sa inyo. Ang importante, mayroong naka-indicate na petsa kung kailan tayo nag-online class. So, yung attendance, buo yan, isusubmit ninyo yan in hard copy after the finals. Because iba naman yung magiging sitwasyon in the submission of your final exams, because you are going to submit your final exams together with your journal and the attendance in which in which these attendance sheets are prepared by your attendance checkers in the school. Kumbaga, meron akong ilalagay doon na mga kahon ng malaki. Doon ninyo yan ilalagay lahat ng mga documents or requirements for the finals. Okay?
Okay po. Thank you
Okay
po.
po, sir.
This time, sa midterm
Yes,
na muna.
sir. Thank you, sir.
Opo, sa midterm naman, sa midterm na muna tayo. Ibibigay ko ang email address ko sa inyo early next week, nang sa ganon ay doon kayo makapag-send ng inyong mga answers or answer sheets. Ang inyong exam pa din ay aking ipapublish sa ating GC. So is that clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
po.
Thank
Thank you
you, sir.
very
Yes,
much.
sir.
If you don't have queries anymore, then let's call it a night, kasi alam ko yung iba ay dumadayo pa para makasagap lamang ng signal. We are
Yes,
we
sir.
are 87 in the platform, so thank you for your attendance and thank you for your indulgence and thank you for listening to the discussion. Good night.
Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye.
Good evening. Night, sir.
Sir,
Thank you,
excuse me.
sir. Good evening, din, sir. Night.
Bye-bye. Thank you, sir.
And bye. Thank you.
Yes, sir. So, wala na si sir.
Good night na nga.
Sino may hunga?
Can you be my wife?
Igo na kamusta ginapay mo?
Burugan nila ni May.
Hello po. As of now po, we don't have any activities from sir aside from the journal po.
Recorded pa din po. Po.
Good night, Ate Ro.